Hey guys, Nikki Godsoul. I wanted to come here today and just share a little bit of my heart with you. I was just out doing a devotional while sitting out in my backyard because it's such a beautiful day, and I was watching my chickens and my ducks do like their little shenanigans, which was always so fun to do. And I wanted to come and just share something that I heard through my devotional that really helps, especially in this year where we're experiencing so much that's uncertain and so many difficulties. I don't know about you, but I feel like I am getting so much information thrown at me from everywhere, and I don't know how to discern what's true and what's not. We hear so much on social media about the coronavirus and about everything that's going on in 2020, and we're constantly having to weigh in our minds where the source of it is and whether or not it's true or whether or not it's false. And then we have the opinions of our family members and our friends, and then we've got the news media outlets, and it can all be a bit overwhelming. So as I was reading today, I was really taking that to the Lord and saying, Lord, I get really overwhelmed and burdened by this, and I want to be able to share with others how to take that overwhelmness and how to take that burden to you. So in chapter 11 of the book that I'm reading right now, called Walls of My Heart by Dr. Bruce Thompson, says this: D.L. Moody once said that the best way to prove a stick is crooked is not to denounce it or argue about it, but to lay a straight stick alongside it. God's standard is a straight stick. So the most interesting thing about the Bible is that it's not a normal book. It's the only book in the whole entire world where we're going to have the author sitting right next to us, speaking directly to us through his word, especially when we combine prayer and the Holy Spirit together. So I have an opportunity to take all of my frustrations, all of my overwhelmingness, and all of the questions that I have that I am seeing all throughout the world and ask them straight to the Lord. I don't have to go to anyone else. All I need is the book, his word, and him and the Holy Spirit, and I will get an answer. One thing that I prayed this morning was, how do I find truth? And God automatically took me to John 3:19. And I wanted to read it for you. It says, "And this is the judgment. The light has come into the world," speaking of Jesus. "And people loved the darkness rather than the light because their works were evil. For everyone who does wicked things hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his works should be exposed. But whoever does what is true comes to the light, so that it may be clearly seen that his works have been carried out in God." I think it's very easy to say that in our day and time, that when we follow the word and when we follow Jesus, it's not always going to align with what everybody else in the world is doing and what they're saying. But if we hold true to that and to God's standard, which is the straight stick, we will know without a shadow of a doubt whether or not something is crooked when aligned next to it. And that is what gives me peace. That is what realigns my heart with him. And when I am overwhelmed and when I am curious and when I need to know truth, if I take it to him, I know I'm going to find it. So anyways, that's my big revelation for today. That when I'm able to go to the word with my current questions about what's going on and what I'm exposed to on social media and the news, and I'm overwhelmed by it, number one, I minimize those things and I start really taking all of my frustrations and all of my questions to the Lord in order to figure out what truth is. And I find that that's where I get my peace. I hope this helps out today, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys soon.